I don't got the gout. I never knew what the gout was. Then I found out, and then I forgot. It's not important to me, so I forgot what the gout is. Talking about Jesus. Jesus Christ is Lord. Hop on board. You see, God made me remember to say it. I remember him in my heart, but he wouldn't. He remind me to talk about him. And then when I talk about other topics, it might sound like it's not Christian and stuff. So we at war now. We at war with jihad. They declared unholy war against us, and we whooping their ass. You see, in Gaza, they made our military homeless over here. Like their therapists and psychiatrists, they tell our military they got fake PTSD because they killed the Muslims, and then they try to say that they're crazy and they got trauma because they killed Muslims. Our military don't have PTSD. They fucked you up. Now you trying to give them drugs and shit. They try to give them ecstasy and shit. They try to get the FDA to do it. The FDA said, "All right, y'all going too far." They don't do that. So they outlawed it. They were supposed to do ecstasy in Mali. They was going to try to give the military and the veterans to act like they got PTSD. You're going to try to string them out. That's trafficking. This is treason. So so over in Gaza, the same people that try to make our military homeless, they're doing that because we beat the shit out of the Muslims that mess with Israel. When you mess with Israel, we somehow find a reason to fuck you up. You hit our buildings on 9/11 because it was near a Jewish holiday. I'm mad that you mess with my Pentagon, and it is treason, and it's treason against heaven, and I'm going to get you. But you did that around the Jewish holiday. We are clear this is a Jewish Christian nation. Jewish Christian nation. You're going to get it. You're going to get the bam on you, right? So, we don't play with you messing with the Jews. And because you keep trying to do that, what we're doing to you in Gaza is because you're making our military homeless because we're defending Israel. So Israel is beating the shit out of you because you're messing with them and because you made our military over here homeless because they help Israel. Did you follow that circle? When you cry about Gaza being homeless, I want you to cry because we got military today and veterans who are still waiting to get into a house. As long as our military don't get into their houses, Gaza will cry homeless. They're not going to have food. They're not going to be inside. Our military, I'm telling you, put our military into houses and home. I got my company ready. I'm trying to put them in the houses and home. People trying to get in my way. Gaza will cry. All Muslim nations will cry. Y'all gonna start looking like Gaza. You're gonna come outside. You tell your therapist to take away the PTSD label. We're gonna get rid of y'all anyway. Take away the PTSD label from the military. Tell them they were justified in killing the people in war. They don't have to feel bad about it. Nobody felt bad about war in the Bible. They just killed people and laughed about it and celebrated what God did for them. They did not get sick behind killing people when God told them to kill them. Stop lying. I even asked the military person, I thought y'all confused them. He just said, no, we don't have PTSD and we don't feel bad when we kill people in war. And it's the funniest thing because of his job, you think that he believed it. He said, we don't. He said, I said, do y'all get PTSD? Do y'all feel bad about killing people in war? He said, we do not. He said, we don't. He know it. He know y'all just bullshit. It's the military, the Muslim fake military trying to come over here and the Buddhists and the Hindus and shit and the Catholics helping them out. A lot of the hospitals are Catholic. That's all I gotta say. Just that's that JFK shit. JFK was Catholic. He tried to take over America. He got what he got. Somebody scratched his head. Somebody made him think. This is the when you got to think. You scratch your head. Somebody scratched a JFK head. They made him think. Catholic cannot be president, so they just scratched his head for him. They like think about it, brother. This is not a good idea for you to be president in America when you Catholic. Catholic, because that's that pedophile shit. So they scratched his head, bro. This is not gonna work. Hopefully he got saved because Martin Luther King came into life and helped him out a little bit and showed him all about Jesus. Martin Luther King was stomping up in the White House like he owned it. Listen, the black people stayed out of the White House until a Catholic went in there. Then a nigga couldn't stay out of there. His ass said, "What? A Catholic?" Then he rounded up the Catholic and he rounded up a Muslim and he had to have a talk with them. He rounded up Malcolm X. He rounded up JFK. He was in JFK office almost every day. And then Malcolm X got killed too. Martin Luther King, it doesn't matter. He's in heaven. But JFK and Malcolm X, they need. Somebody said Malcolm X might have gotten saved, hopefully, and JFK because Martin Luther King was around him so much. Maybe Jesus really rubbed off on him. Plus, they had his sister in a mental ward. They might have been pressing him to do stuff. He might have been trying to come out of it, and they were pressing him to do stuff. So we'll see when we get to heaven if JFK actually turned from sin and became a Christian. You know, Ireland started as a Christian nation, not Catholic. So there is a shot that JFK could have come to Christianity because Ireland was never Catholic. Well, we'll find out. We got cliffhangers and shit. One day we might find out about JFK, and then we could mock Obama. If we got JFK to accept Jesus, we could mock Obama, make him feel bad. He'll be out on the ledge and shit. No, we didn't get him. We didn't get him. And that would be horrible if he didn't get Malcolm Little and Malcolm X. I forgot his first name, Malcolm Little, wherever it is. Malcolm X, somebody said he got saved. I gotta look into it because we found out it's true about Michael Jackson. So maybe Malcolm X really got saved. That might be why they try to kill him. But too late. If he got saved, he in heaven. That'd be funny if JFK, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King all in heaven. Martin Luther King was surely going. Martin Luther King was going to make it into heaven, but we were worried about JFK and Malcolm X. But out of here, out of here. I'm eating good. Uh, if I was president, I would make a public day of pissing on the Quran. I'll make it a holiday to pee on the Quran. And if we destroy all the Quran, we'll just write the word Quran down and then piss on it. It would be if I was president, we would have a public day of pissing on the Quran. And if we destroy all, if we just write the word Quran and pee on it, I'd be real fun as president. We would be winning at everything because I like to win everything. If I was president, we'll win. We'll beat everybody around the world. We'll win at everything, and I'll be very fun, but I'll be gangster. If I was president, Israel would be doing all kind of super duper shit, fucking people up. You'd think they superhero. That's if I was president. We will fuck some people up. Mm. What do they call that? A skewer? I skewer my enemies. I gotta make a song, skewer. I skewer my enemies and I have barbecue. And I show you how a barbecue is like, or the sacrifice, because they're getting ready to go back to that. The holy people, not the fake one. The evil people do the evil sacrifice. So when the righteous people start doing it again, you'll think they're being evil. The evil people so wicked. You see, I'll be finding fly stuff to talk about, and it be just the Bible. The stuff I be talking about be biblical, but it be so fly. You be thinking I be talking about something new and exciting, it be just be Bible stuff. I could make just food about the Bible. God's fly like that. I'm cool like that. I'm chill like that. I'm fly like that. What song is that? Somebody comment. What song is that? Cool like that. I'm chill like that. I'm eating good. Make sure she get the finest. I eat like the finest because I am the finest. And I got a problem. Y'all gotta stop telling the police they can't eat donuts. You gotta stop telling them they're too fat. People gotta be able to eat donuts. Y'all, y'all told the police that they were so fat when they were eating the donuts that they put everybody on a diet. The police is behind the diets. No, I'm just kidding. The police used to be fun when they used to eat donuts. Now you put them on a diet. They like the skinny white girl. That's a good joke. You gotta always throw the white girl in for skinny because they always say the white girl's skinny. Even though when you go into the trailer parks, they look like real women. They be hiding from society. They be living in on their own land. Like the white people and the black people, they be living on their own land. They got a backyard, front yard. They be living in a trailer that's really a house. It's not even ghetto. It's like their own house. They got their own land all around them. Their kids can ride their bikes and shit on their land, but they just stay inside and chill. Those people in there be fat and happy and shit. Meanwhile, everybody else out starving themselves. Y'all started with the police by telling them they were fat. Now they're telling all of the. I don't know who told the police they were fat because they eat donuts, but they keep picking on the white girls, telling them they're fat now. Now they can't eat donuts either. I think they have their own battle. I'm not racist, but I think the white man and the white woman are having a battle over food because they first said the police was fat. They can't eat donuts because they always was in the donut shop. Now they trying to make them slim, but the cops could run when they was fat. Heavy D could dance when he was fat. So now all of a sudden the man it's probably the Catholics, not the white. It's probably that's why I'm saying it's never race. It's probably any color that is Catholic and Muslim. They bothered the police. Oh, that's like the psychiatrist and the doctors telling the cops they gotta keep a certain weight. If a motherfucker is 500 pounds and they run faster than you, why would you tell them to lose weight? If I'm 500 pounds, but when I run, I outrun you. And if I'm 500 pounds and when I dance, I stay on the floor for 2 hours, you can't last for 30 minutes and you tell me to lose weight. Lizzo danced for like 2, 3 hours on her tour and they bothered her about her weight. Meanwhile, they can't last for 30 minutes on a dance floor. Why should Lizzo lose weight if she making millions dancing her ass off every night for like 2 hours or 3 hours a night? Why should she lose weight for y'all? I don't understand. Who all up in her body? They act like she has some kind of disease, and all that. You saying somebody's disease is being fat. What is it doing to them? Nothing. They dancing, they singing, they got a job, a gainful employment. Lizzo dancing every night, singing, doing her thing. She doing all the moves, looking better than the skinny people, and they telling her to lose weight. What's wrong with her that she got to lose weight? They're saying it's preventative. No, you want to prevent her from whooping your ass because she's so big, but she can whoop your ass if she's skinny too. But my thing, how is that? How is it good for somebody's health if nothing's wrong with them except the way you think they look? So if a person is big and they could dance, they could move, they could run, they do all the stuff they need to do, and there's nothing wrong with their blood work, you just said it's preventative. There's nothing wrong with their blood work. There's nothing nothing showing anything is happening to them. You just tell them you're going to prevent something from happening. That's malpractice and that's manipulative. You're gonna put them on a diet and take money from them, so they in her pockets and in her head. Now all of a sudden she got to dance with a little bit of clothes on to show her body is okay. It's been okay. There's some people who not even trying to lose weight. They're gonna wait till Jesus come back, and Jesus gonna lift their fat asses up into the rapture. Yo, that's gonna be in my comedy. The little girls that they had disrespecting, she was just being silly. The little girls that they had disrespecting, if I see another fat black, but I bet you at the rapture, her fat ass will be able to be lifted up by a real man. I bet you Jesus can lift her ass up. Jesus gonna lift her up and everybody else into the air, and she going to heaven. The fat church women, they look like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego because God blessed them to make them look fatter than the other people. I bet you Jesus can lift them up in the rapture. Your skinny ass gonna still be here. You gonna be trying to eat food that you got the mark of the beast for. Now laugh at that. A motherfucker gonna disrespect somebody because they're big, but I bet you Jesus will lift their ass up in the rapture. Let me put that as a title.